Okay, and one more perfect subject to learn than Tanya, which talks about the soul and talks about God and connecting the soul to God. It's very relevant. So and today's the 15th of Sivan, June 21st. In today's lesson, the two channels of revelation and contraction are called light and vessel, and keli. The vessels being, it's just like similar to the body is the vessel and the soul is the light that comes in. When the soul leaves, the vessel doesn't have the light, it passes away. Since the capacity of Tzimtzum emanates from the divine attribute of Buddha, one might think that it actually serves to create an independent existence. So as we were saying in the last few days, there is no true existence other than a Kadosh Baruch Hu. We feel that we're independent on our own. Good, because that's the way Hashem wants us to feel. The Tzimtzum, the contractions and concealing life force, we call from the Kabbalah, we call them Kalim. That's like the bulb that houses the light. You need something around the light, otherwise, you want to have light, you have to put something around it, other than the sun. But even the sun, there's the globe, right? And there's the shield around the sun. Just like if we have a bulb and we have the filament and we have the light that goes around it, you know that's better than me. I'm just saying words, but you're an engineer, so you can tell me how it's made. But so too, we have the light of Hashem, and then we need to make a keli, we need to make some kind of a vessel to hold it. And that's what Hashem wants us to do in this world. That's why we do a mitzvah. That's why we learn Torah, to make a keli for Hashem's light. Well, in our body, that's on a micro level, on a personal level. But on a global level, we need to have the Beis Hamikdash, we need to have an Ar Kodesh, a shul, right? But also not just that, but the world itself. Often we think that holiness is only in the synagogue or holiness is only in something, a holy place, but it really is everywhere. We just have to recognize that and bring it out, reveal it, exactly. Right? Then it's exactly. So so we have the Tzimtzum, obviously the light is concealed, we can't see it with our eyes. The Kalim are the letters of Hashem's utterances that he brought the world into being. Shasharshan, Hey, Oisios, Mem, Nun, Sadik, Pei, Ches. All these letters are rooted in the 5 letters of Mem, Nun, Sadik, Pei, Ches. It's explained in Kabbalah that these are the sources of all the other letters. We derive all the, just like you have your colors, the basic colors, and you make so many different colors from the basic original. So too, Mem, Nun, Sadik, Pei, Ches are the original sources of all the letters. Gimel, Gvurais, Mechalkois, Mafridois, Hahevel, Vahakoil, Vashem. I'm sorry. The Hey, Meitzois, Hapeh, Lihisavois, Bechof Bezoisius. These 5 letters represent, and these 5 letters have they represent all the other letters, and they represent 5 degrees of Gura, the restraining forces that divide and separate the breath, the voice in the 5 organs of speech, and thus enable the 22 letters to be formed. So when you say mem, you have to close your lips. So it's right, menatzpa. Mem. And then nun is your teeth have to be on the palate. Nun. You can't say nun without that. You can't do it. Unless you're in the dentist's office when he has you under local anesthesia and he says, how do you say nun? You're like, otherwise you need to put your tongue up, right? Nun. Mem. Can't say mem unless your lips are closed. What else? Sadik. Sadik is more like in the front, so your tongue. Pei, also you have to have it, and ches or chaf comes from the back. Some people have a hard time with it if you're not growing up, if you don't grow up using the. A lot of people. Right. From the Sephardi Yemenite version, it's like all the way deep down inside, right? Okay. Explain the Kabbalah that these are the sources of all the letters. So just as the physical 5 organs of speech divide sound and letters into 5 separate categories, labial, guttural, etc., so too the 5 spiritual levels of Buddha give rise to the 22 spiritual letters. B'shayrish hahei gvurais hu utzina the cardunisa. Doc knows what that means. The source of the letters in Gvura is termed Butsina de Cardunisa, which is in Aramaic the light out of darkness. A very Siddish approach, the light out of darkness, right? We want to change all the darkness into light, signifying a level of concealment that transcends light. So you're holding something back when you say mem. You're closing yourself up, but that reveals the mem. Pay also. Mem, pay. It's like more breath. Mem is like a vibration of the lips a little bit. Mem. I don't know. Now, Shehi Gvura Ilad Atik Yoimin. This is the supernal Gvura of Atik Yoimin, the spiritual levels of Kesed that transcends all the worlds, including Atzilus. We'll get to that in a second. B'sheidish Hakasodim Hu Gam Kein Chesed Atik Yoimin Ki Yadua Li'odei Achein. And correspondingly, the source of the various levels of divine kindness is the Chesed of Atik Yoimin, as is known to students of the Kabbalah like Dr. Meirhoff. We'll finalize with the takeaway. In Kabbalistic terminology, the lights are the source of energy, but there are powerful forces of energy which need repackaging for defined and mortal creations. Hence, the kalim, the vessels which are conduit through which the energy is channeled, make it compatible. So here, just to point out, we're talking about very spiritual concepts. Not every chapter of Tanya is so spiritual and esoteric, but I find that this directly correlates to the neshama, as we said many, many times. If we don't understand it because it's too spiritual, our soul understands it. So your father's neshama is basking in the glory of the words that we're sharing, because he certainly is here and with you. And we mentioned that Silos, that's where the neshama goes next to Hashem, God willing, as it makes its way up higher and higher. So we say in Jewish terminology, the expression is, may the soul have an aliyah, may have an ascent. You go into a higher level, and may you find the strength in the coming days to endure the loss that you've experienced this week. And God willing, as we say, we finish off the verse, may Mashiach come, and then our loved ones will be reunited. Okay, that ends this year today. Get ready.